What's up YouTube? Welcome back, my name's Tony. Today we're going to take a look at a microphone that has very quickly become my go-to for a lot of different things. The mic I'm talking about is the Sennheiser E906 dynamic microphone. I was recently working on a production note at the always wonderful Summit Recording Solutions, which is the first place that I got to try out this mic, and I liked it so much that I bought two. This is a German-made dynamic microphone, ideally suited to recording electric guitars, drums, other percussion, and anything else you would use, say, an SM57 for. It's a front address microphone, which means I would speak into it this way rather than this way. And it was designed like that for use in live situations, so that you could hang your microphone from its cable in front of an amplifier. Another nice feature of this microphone is the roll-off switch on the back. Most microphones that have a switch like this come with a low-frequency roll-off switch, giving you the option to roll off a little bit of the low end if it becomes too much. This microphone, however, comes with a high-frequency switch, giving you three separate options. You can either have it flat, a high-frequency boost, or a high-frequency cut. This is especially useful for sources such as electric guitars, where if you want a little bit more edge, you can just put on that high-frequency boost. Or on drums. If you're getting a little bit too much stick sound on your tom, for example, you can hit that high-frequency roll-off and get rid of it. So why is it that this mic has become one of my go-to microphones so quickly? Well, it just sounds amazing. There's no shortage of low end in its sound. It's got a hefty mid-range and a bright top end. In a direct comparison to an SM57, I find the E906 to be quite a bit more hefty in the mids, while still not being overbearing. But I could talk about this mic all day long, so let's just get to some audio examples. I've recorded a quick DI of an electric guitar line, using my Gibson SG, plugged directly into my Motu 828X interface. From there, I'm running it out into a reamp box, and directly into my Orange Rocker 30 amp on the dirty channel, running through my homemade 212 cabinet with two Eminence Red Wizards in it. Now I've set up the E906 and also an SM57 for comparison. They're both on the same speaker, and both approximately the same distance away from the center. For this first audio example, I've got the E906 set to its flat setting. You can hear that the E906 just has a lot more girth in the mid-range, possibly a little bit too much in that example. But in a direct comparison to the SM57, it just sounds much bigger. Now don't get me wrong, I love the SM57, that mic's a classic for a reason. But for me, recently it seems like the E906 is a whole lot easier to deal with in the mix. It just gets you one step closer to that finished sound. For this example, I'm going to switch the high-frequency boost on. And we're going to jump back and forth between that sound, the SM57, and the sound of the E906 on the flat setting. I like that high frequency boost a lot. It definitely brightens up the sound, adds a little bit more edge to it, but without getting rid of any of that low frequency girth. Lastly, I'll hit the high frequency cut on the E906, and we'll listen between all of the previous examples. I find in this example that darkened up the sound a little too much for my taste, but it gives a good example of how that attenuation sounds. As I mentioned before, that switch is great for drums and percussion, or possibly for a much more heavily distorted guitar sound. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Leave me some comments down below to let me know what you think of these audio examples. And if you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.